Welcome back to the Britannia Coin Company. We're a coin dealer based in Royal Wootton Bassett in the UK. Recently, one of the most unique coins has been released by the Royal Mint. It's the latest coin in the Great Engravers collection. Let's have a look at it. As with the rest of the Great Engravers collection, this latest release takes on an iconic historical coin and it is then recreated for collectors on a modern coin. This coin, the Petition Crown, is the latest release in this really popular range of coins. The coin comes in two halves, similar to the Gothic crown, which was an earlier coin in the collection. On the reverse of the two coins we have both halves of the Petition Crown, and on the obverse we have our current king, King Charles III. The designs on the face of the coins is stunning, but the real wow factor for these coins is the wording around the rim of the coin. The text is raised from the surface of the coin, the opposite to how we are more used to seeing lettering on the rims of coins. Like the £2 coin currently in circulation today, the letters are in cuse, sunk into the design. That makes sense for a coin going out in circulation, as raised letters would wear away quickly when jostled around in change, but that wasn't the purpose for the raised lettering on the Petition Crown. To find the purpose of this design element, we need to look at why the Petition Crown was originally created back in 1663, 360 years ago. At the time, King Charles II had been restored to the throne after the death of Oliver Cromwell, who had won the English Civil War and had King Charles I beheaded. The deposed king's son was brought back out of exile to rule as king, and this would require new money, just like we have seen with the death of Queen Elizabeth II and the creation of a new portrait of King Charles III. Although 360 years of technological advancements has made this much quicker to do now than it was for our previous King Charles. King Charles II brought back John Routier and his brother to start work on producing coins to be used during his reign. Now the English medalist Thomas Simon was none too pleased with this decision and decided to compete for the job of creating the new king's coinage. It wouldn't just be a change as to who was on the obverse or head side of the coin, there would be new overall designs, but it also had been decided to totally change the way in which coins were produced. Up to then, most of the coinage of the country had been hammered, struck individually by hand by moneyers. During the reign of Queen Elizabeth and in the interregnum period, there had been some experimentation with milled coins, those which are created with the use of machines, but the time had now come to sweep away the old way of producing the coins in favour of machine-milled coins. Thomas Simon would therefore create his own designs to be submitted and compete with the Flemish brothers' planned coins. However, for reasons unknown, Thomas Simon didn't get his designs in on time and missed the deadline, resulting in the Routiers winning by default. Rather than simply lick his wounds, this incensed Thomas Simon, and he created a new coin, one to really show off his skills and abilities. The coin would then be used to petition the king into changing his mind and choose Thomas Simon over John Routier. This is why the coin is called the Petition Crown. The wording around the edge of the coin is the petition to the king, and it reads as, "Thomas Simon most humbly prays your majesty to compare this trial piece with the Dutch, and if more truly drawn and embossed, more gracefully ordered, and more accurately engraven to relieve him." Basically, look how cool this coin is, compare it to the Dutch coins and fire them because my coin's much better. Putting the raised lettering on the rim of the coin was a really impressive technological step forward, showing real innovation in the creation of the Petition Crown. And so we hear it was quite the struggle for the Royal Mint to replicate this for this latest coin in the Great Engravers series. It was achieved by putting a piece of metal inside the collar, which is what holds a blank in place whilst it is struck. This extra ring around the coin had the words cut out, so when the coin was minted under huge force, the metal expanded out and into the gaps, leaving the raised words on the rim. This wasn't the only element of the coin which was rather remarkable for the time. The portrait of the king is exceptionally detailed, with his flowing hair and laurel crown. Despite how impressive the Petition Crown ended up being, the Routier brothers continued to make dies for the crowns, although with some subtle changes possibly inspired by the Petition Crown by Thomas Simon. With so few of Thomas Simon's Petition Crown having been produced, some say that only 12 of them are known to exist today. They fetch huge prices in the rare occasions where they come up for sale, so the Great Engravers' latest release is a great way to own a version of this coin. There was a whole range of releases in silver and gold, with 2 ounce, 5 ounce and 10 ounce silver proofs, and then in gold there were 2 ounce, 5 ounce, 1 kilogram and an almost unbelievable 5 kilogram gold proof as well. The Great Engravers series has included a number of stunning past releases, having started with Una and the Lion. This coin was originally designed by William Wyon, and until the Petition Crown, all the other coins in this range so far have been focused on the work of William Wyon. The original Una and the Lion coin was a £5 gold coin, minted in 1839, a mere 2 years into the reign of Queen Victoria. The coin was not struck to be used in circulation. Of course, the gold sovereign at the time was a circulating coin, but the Una and the Lion was minted for collectors, something the Royal Mint does a lot in modern times. The design places Queen Victoria in an interpretation of Edmund Spenser's poem The Fairy Queen, which is the original use of the character Una and the Lion. This was a bold move by the Mint at the time to create a design which portrayed the new queen as a fictional character, but they were hugely popular and remain to this day highly sought after and valuable coins. The second coin in this series was the Three Graces, again designed by William Wyon. It was a pattern coin that was not used in circulation. You can think of a pattern coin as being an experimental piece created to make sure that a design works well on a coin, or to test that a coin will work when used in day-to-day life. There were only 50 of the gold pattern pieces struck, and with very few remaining to this day, locking itself as a hard to get but incredibly desirable collector's piece. The most recent release before the Petition Crown was the Gothic Crown, arguably one of the most beautiful coins that's ever been struck. This was again issued in 2 halves, both the reverse and obverse of the original coin, featuring on the reverse of the Great Engravers strike. The first to be released was the quartered arms, the reverse or tail side of the original coin. There is so much intricate detail on this coin, which has been painstakingly reproduced for the Great Engravers release. The coin gets its name from the Gothic style to the design, but also the text on the coin as well, having been done in a Gothic style. The quartered arms was followed up with the Gothic portrait of Queen Victoria. Again, it is a beautiful image of the young queen, as appealing as the reverse of the coin is, with exquisite detailing to the queen's clothes, her crown and hair. It's an image you could spend hours looking at. As the Great Engravers coin was released during the reign of Queen Elizabeth II, this coin therefore features images of our 2 longest reigning monarchs to either side. In a similar vein, the Petition Crown with the portrait of King Charles II is not just one that features a portrait of 2 of our kings, but it's also a double King Charles coin. As it's been released during the reign of King Charles III, we have King Charles III on the obverse and King Charles II to the reverse. The King Charles II was the last of our kings to be portrayed on UK coins wearing a crown, a precedent which is over 300 years old. But that's all going to change on Monday the 24th of April, because the coronation coins for our new king will be released at 9 AM, and on these coins King Charles III will be wearing a crown. So another fascinating link between 2 of our kings Charles. Be sure to check out the Britannia Coin Company's website at 9 AM on the 24th, as we will also have the coronation range in stock at the same price as the Royal Mint, but we don't charge postage, so you can save yourself a bit of money by buying from us instead. So the Petition Crown fits in nicely in this fantastic range of Great Engravers coins. I'd love to know in the comments if you've got any bright ideas as to what historical coins should be next in the Great Engravers line. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel as well. It's free to do and it means you won't miss out on any of our future uploads. You can also catch us on Facebook and Instagram, where we post lots of pictures of our coins. We're on Twitter and TikTok. We have our shop and online store, and I'll see you next time for more amazing coins from the Britannia Coin Company.